What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about something that I call BMS, broken male syndrome. And I cover stories. A lot of you guys seeing me for the first time that a lot of people would consider, basically they are in a nutshell sad. Some of them are depressing. I cover crimes where, people out here just do some of the weirdest stuff and don't give a damn how they do it or who they do it to. And it's hard to explain. But among some of the crimes I cover are crimes of passion. I just recently released a video, talking about Shakira Rucker and how she was slain by her soon-to-be, ex-husband now, Corey Hill, or estranged husband. But I'm going to show you something. Like I said, in crimes like these, we always know the how, but we never know the why. Sometimes I sit up at night and I think about some of the stories I did during that day and how they affect me, how almost it becomes a part of you. And I want to talk a little bit about 4 cases I recently did this year, including the situation with Corey Hill and Shakira Rucker. Let me introduce the people to you. This guy right here is Rashad Trice and Winter Cole Smith. One is the person that took the life, and the other one's the victim. You'll see them in all of these pictures I show you. So we got Rashad Trice, Winter Cole Smith. She was 2 years old, guys. He was the boyfriend of her mother. This person right here is James Dunmore and Alicia Watts. A lot of you guys know the familiarity because I've been covering this case for a while. Out of North Carolina. Rashad Trice and Winter Cole Smith are out of Lansing, Michigan. So we got Michigan, North Carolina. Down here, we got Jamaica Williams and her boyfriend, Christopher Lee Levels. This is out there out of Houston, Texas. I did a story on them earlier this week. Now over here, we got Corey Hill, Shakira Rucker. They're out of Florida. So watch this. We got Michigan, North Carolina, Texas, Florida. These guys don't know each other, but the crimes are similar. Considered a crime of passion, except for, little Winter Cole Smith. That was a crime of jealousy. But it all points to a cycle. Just this year, you got 3 women, 1 child that'll never get a chance to be a woman. All of them gone. Eviscerated by someone that was very, very close to them. Close enough to touch them. Close enough to kill them. Now I'm gonna sit up here. I'm gonna sit up here with you guys and talk to you guys a little bit about why I think stuff like this happens. You'll hear a lot of people. They'll blame the mother, the single mother. They'll blame the dad not being there. They'll blame the government. They'll blame the white man. They'll blame the green man. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a damn bone. Who the hell gives a shit? Whether you are pro-black or pro-white or this is something that happens in all of the cultures. All of the cultures worldwide, not just in the United States. This is not a race thing, race problem. This is a people problem. This right here is bigger than the black community. This is nobody's fault but ours. And I'm going to tell you why. Teaching begins in the home. Children watch you whether you realize it or not. They watch who you're with, how you interact with such person. A lot of these people up here pictured right now, guys, have issues, mainly abandonment, hurt, or frustrated anger. And you see it spill out in the crimes that they do and how childlike they are when they're caught or when they commit such crimes and they run away, even though everybody's seen their face. Now, granted, Mr. Christopher Lee Levels here turned himself in. But the rest of these people that you see up here were caught denying that they did anything, all the while of telling on themselves in their circle of silence, trying to be silent. I remember when I was younger, my grandparents raised me. My granddad told me, he said, listen, everybody's not as fortunate as you. He used to bring that up a lot, like, yo, you don't even know how fortunate you are to be here where you are right now, as if he was telling me something. And he was. When we're younger and we're in our household with our parents, providedly we have two, your feelings will sway towards one more than the other. It's never even. And if it is even with you, good for you. A lot of us it wasn't. My grandmother was my heart. She gave me my way. Sorry about that. My grandmother was my heart. She gave me my way. And my granddad was considered a hater, and he was the strong disciplinarian. How many of you guys out there right now, the parent you couldn't stand the most, you became? See how that works? We are what we are taught. Even if we didn't want to learn the lesson, we are who we are around. Cultures learn by being around those that, are doing something, and you start doing what they do. Human beings are social creatures. They also don't like rejection from being said society. No man is an island, neither is no woman. But I will tell you this. Let's look at these cases up here with these people, right? Rashad Trice took the life of this little girl. Look how pretty she is. Took the life of this little girl because he was jealous of the mother's relationship with her father, even though he had a baby that came right after little winter. The playing field was even. It still wasn't enough that he did not like the relationship with father. Took it out on the woman, attacked her, R-worded her, and then took the baby because he had vitriol for the father and her affection, as far as, her relationship with the father, and the child became the casualty of war. What does that scream? Frustrated aggression. Not being able to solve conflicts, mental conflicts within yourself. To where you say, hey, Kay, this is not right. Thinking about it. You take the person out of the pain. And it's very easy then to destroy a human being as innocent, as beautiful as that little girl right there. They take the human aspect out of you because something in them was never given when they were coming up. Take James Dunmore, right? And Alicia Watts. She was in the community. Entrepreneur, had a business in the medical field, helping people. People depended on her expertise and job knowledge and the products she provided for the essentials of life. She met this guy, jealous, felt inadequate, tried to make her feel bad about her achievements that came before and during his time with her. One of them type of dudes that they smile because it's a crowd there, but as soon as you turn your head, they looking at the back of your head and the whole smile turns to a frown. Vitriol, hateful. because they feel as though they can't keep up with you. And it's only a matter of time before you find somebody that's evenly yoked with you on your level to where he feel as though he going to fall by the wayside. A lot of these guys got baggage, criminal past, criminal histories, a history of abusiveness that you don't know about because the people that they beat on are not there to explain their side of the story and warn you, hey, this is not a good thing. People like this wear masks a lot of times, and the disguise is really good. And before I keep going into this, there are women out there too that do this with men, whether they want their resources, they want something else from them. The bottom line is this. All of these people that you see up here, in fact, let me get back to this guy right here. Let me talk about Corey here. Jamaica Williams out of Houston, shout out, and Christopher Lee Levels. This man recently, this was what, last week? I did a story on this. Controlling, very jealous. He was going out on a night on the town with a girlfriend, in there getting dressed, looking really nice. He saw what she was wearing and what she was looking at. All of a sudden, he got mad, took a gun out, killed her. You're going to learn today was one of the famous words he said. Did it with children in the house. See that? What man does that? What kind of person does that? You killed somebody over the clothes they was wearing because they were looking attractive and going out on the night of time. You felt insecure. How does her putting on feminine stuff and looking the best she can look, she wants to look, going out while getting dressed in front of you so she's not disrespecting you, make you shrink, want to take her life? Answer that, somebody. Now, let's get to this one. Story I'm on right now. Corey Hill, Shakira Rucker, estranged, married, not together, right? This guy is a street terror. He's a womanizer, an abuser. See the pattern? Different degrees of it, but abuse all the same. This guy right here goes out on a night with his estranged wife to have dinner. Last one seen with her, like James Dunmore and Alicia Watts, supposed to be going out on a night in town, and all of a sudden, she disappears. Everybody's MIA. Next day, he goes and tries to shoot up an ex-girlfriend that left him alone and got a restraining order on him because she found out he was married still to Shakira Rucker. I think it's more than that. Maybe he was trying to play both women, and the ex-girlfriend felt as though she, felt left out. Because you remember, when you marry with somebody, until you divorce with them, I don't know if they have children together, but it's always going to be a relationship. Because I'm saying to myself, how, if he is the way he is, sure, she's seen the flags and she got away from him. That's why they were estranged. But sometimes you talk to people and you have a limit of what you think they really won't do to you. And there's a little bit of trust still there. Remember, they still was married. Hey, will you go out to dinner with me or whatever? Because they went out to dinner. I seen a picture of them where he had her hand under her arm when they was going into a building the night before. In the pictures that they showed, she seemed like she was turned away and leaning away from him. Somebody said in the video I did when the mother was being interviewed, it looks like she doesn't want him to touch her. That's one of the things, guys, I'm talking to guys out here, we have to understand something about women. A lot of stuff women, men are physical. We get our feelings from the outside and then, it internalizes. It's either what we see, what we feel that goes into us. That's why men always talk about, oh, my heart, this and that. That comes from physically what we see, feel, taste, touch, hear from the feminine species that make us love them and gravitate to them. So we're touchy-feely. Women are more internalized to where what they feel inside, they release it outside to touch. That's the balance of man and woman. You understand? That's the balance. You touch a woman and she not feeling you on the inside, her body's going to do what? Flee from said touch. I showed pictures of Alicia Watts and James Dunmore when they took a picture. She's smiling, he holding her a certain way, exhibiting control, insecurities. You see it. If you sit back and watch little things, you will see signs that something's wrong. People like this are very manipulative. And if you see through the manipulation, they'll put their hands on you, not in a physical way. First, it usually starts off as getting in front of you or not letting you talk or grabbing you. You're trying to push away from them. The grip increases. And then it usually gets physical because you won't stop talking and hear what they have to say. But it's always something you've heard before. Same thing with women. They do the same thing. Get in front of you. Hold me, kiss me. No, stop. You're trying to get out the door. They get in your way. Then when you push them and use your strength, they attack you. Same thing. Same thing. Where does this come from? Let's go back. Look, where did this come from? I think it comes from when you're a child. A lot of times, and I'm going to just give some scenarios. I'm not singling anybody out. I'm going to give some scenarios, and I'm going to really think about this. Sometimes, guys, when you're young and you're born in a house, you got a bunch of siblings, and they all have different fathers or whatever. Sometimes one father might do for another. Sometimes the mother might, because she's still a human being and she's still trying to get on track and believe in love and all of this stuff. And she might meet guys. It don't work out. Bunch of guys are coming and going. These boys watch this. They see how the mother reacts with the man. And then they think that's how they got to react with women. Sometimes there are houses where it's abusive men, even if it's the father in the house, and they beat up the woman and all this other stuff and don't care about the kids because they're man children themselves. These boys see that, they're terrified, but they notice that the woman never leaves. Now you get older, you have this idea of women, you go out here with women, all of a sudden, now when they find out that you have some inadequacies or it's just not working out, first thing out your mouth or in your mind is hit her. And then you can control it and keep it to stay there. That's the craziest thing, but it's just one of those things that happen. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen, when you have young children at a young age, don't think they're stupid as you think. Children listen. Their minds and neurons are firing at an astronomical rate. Their subconscious picks up everything. Even though you don't think they're watching or listening, they're listening and they're watching. Their brain is recording. They'll start doing stuff later on in life that they didn't even know, but it instinctively come to them from something they heard or saw a long time ago that they don't even remember. Their body will automatically do it. You got women out here, daddy issues. They'll take any man sometimes. Now, I don't know the situation with them, but they'll take any man, or they just so fed up because the pickings are slim out here that they overlook certain things. I said this before. When you dating and you get older up in age, there are certain things you will and won't accept, and everybody have baggage because the older you are, the more you've experienced life and learned from lessons, and you're still here. But there are some things we can't accept. Sometimes you got these guys and they seem nice in the beginning. And like I said, they'll see you on a social media app and you say, hey, I want a guy that's this. I got it. And then what they do is they put on the character to fit the mode. I call it wearing the mask. They can't stay in character forever because it's not who they are. And what you do, you get abandonment. Think about it. Abandonment. A lot of times this is stemmed from situations they feel about their mom, but they can't say that to their mom because they're taught, don't ever say that to your mom. A lot of these people out here need real counseling, real help. Real help, because it's a real problem going on. A lot of them deal with hurt, things that happened in their past. The mom might have beat them real bad because a guy was in the house and had something and they touched it. And then the mom come and beat them like extra hard and they can't understand why, because this guy is a stranger and all of a sudden he's gone. And that was like, you got your ass beat and a lesson learned for nothing because the guy's not here no more. You understand what I'm saying? Did I say that right? A lot of times we make children bitter because they can't say out their mouth how they really feel. when you hurt them. And this is the result. This is the result. Look at it. This is the result. You have grown men that, know they want to have sex, know what a woman is, know what but they don't understand the difference between the mental philosophy of both sex and how they intertwine together to make a balance in moving forward and have a successful relationship. They don't. They don't. That is broken male syndrome. It's broken. Something broken. And that's facts. A lot of people running around with this racism and stuff. Now, racism does exist, but a lot of the stuff they put out there, the media put out, that's what they want you to see. And a lot of some of these YouTubers too be doing it. Karens and calling people Karens and racism and stuff. You'll see a snippet, the last 10 seconds of a 40-minute video where all the fighting and shit went down, get triggered off of it, and all of a sudden this person's racist, or that person's racist, or this guy didn't do nothing. Okay. And then when the video come out, people will make a video before. When the video come out, they don't come back with an update. Hey, damn, I apologize, and this and that. It's money in the ignorant. It's profitable. Ignorance is profitable. It's profitable. That's the real fight in the black community. Not this fictitious stuff to keep you looking over here while this is happening over here. This is the real fight. We need to fix us. We need to fix this. We're tearing each other apart. Putting babies in the meat grinder. It's a story out here right now I ain't even do. Lady just wouldn't abandon a baby at the beach. Oh, he's with his dad. Come to find out the dad live in another state. Busted. Baby on a cold beach. I don't want to be a parent no more. See, I'm trying not to get upset. We're picking men over our children, or our spouse, or our woman, a stranger, over our children that been with us from the beginning, their beginning. See, a lot of people live for the day and don't think when you get older, you're going to get what? Elderly. You're going to need somebody to put your affairs in order. Somebody to give back to you all that you gave to them. Somebody that will give back all that you gave to them, all your parental sacrifices, love. Some of these people ain't getting it, and this is the result. This is the real fight, fixing us. Not worrying about one thing and saying, oh, you know what I thought about that? That's how it is. Fuck all that. This is the fight. The dynamic between the balance of men and women. Just throughout this country. You see it. I don't need no man. F these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal and all this stuff. That's a vast generalization. There's still people out here that don't fit that narrative. We got to really call this stuff out, y'all. We'll march in the street for a complete stranger, turn around, the guy was a criminal, and the video come out, and then we all look stupid for marching about it. But we don't take care of stuff like this in its early stages to make sure somebody don't have to get marched for later on in life. Just something to think about, man. Broken male syndrome does exist. So does broken female syndrome. And it's a universal thing. Ain't got no color. But it does raise concerns of all of us. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me if y'all was feeling me on this. Take care and see you in the next video.